Greetings fellow Whovians and welcome to Timey Wimey Review. Quite some time ago on this channel I did a YouTube short theorising that Jinx Monsoon could be a new incarnation of the Rani. That is pure speculation on my part, but I wanted to review this Gallifreyan Renegade's debut in the Sixth Doctor story, The Mark of the Rani, originally broadcast on BBC One in February 1985. Just in case you don't know the plot, the TARDIS has been steered off course due to a time disturbance. Instead of going to Kew Gardens, the Sixth Doctor and Peri arrive in the mining town of Killingworth in the 19th century, at the very beginnings of the Industrial Revolution. In this quiet village, a group of men are attacking people and destroying machinery at random. With the Master nearby, the Doctor points the finger of blame to his old nemesis. However, there is another rogue from Gallifrey at present, an evil scientist known as the Rani. The opening scenes and shots of part 1 of The Mark of the Rani for me made it feel like something out of New Who, especially with this season being in a 45-minute episode format. It just gives the viewers that time to sort of breathe and let the story sort of settle in that more gentler pace, which I felt worked quite well for The Mark of the Rani, coupled together with the excellent music scoring for this story by Jonathan Gibbs. Then we saw the Sixth Doctor and Peri, and wow, that is just a violent amount of colour going on there, particularly Peri's yellow dress and obviously the Sixth Doctor outfit. Obviously, we can go into that in more detail at another time, but oh my gosh, that is so bright. Even my TV was struggling for that with the amount of colour. No, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna have to put the song specs on. It's just too bright. Let's talk about, in fact, let's take these off now. Let's talk about Kate O'Mara as the Rani. And yeah, obviously this was a big name for Doctor Who, with Kate obviously a veteran of the stage and screen, but also making a big name for herself at the time in the American drama, soap drama Dynasty. This story is solely about the Rani, and the character as well as the actress really steals the show. This story was written by Pip and Jane Baker with the sole intention of creating a new returning villain for the Doctor to do battle with the icing on the cake being another renegade from Gallifrey. Kate O'Mara's performance just shines throughout as the Rani, and I really love the the chemistry between the Rani and the Doctor, but particularly so between the Rani and the Master, played by Anthony Ainley. I felt Kate's performance really hit the ground in terms of the differences between the Master and the Rani. The Master is immoral and just wants to cause chaos, whereas the Rani is more amoral in her scientific explorations, and she has no, in a sense, just has no soul. She has no sort of moral compass when in terms of just how to exploit people for her own scientific gains. Colin Baker is still trying to find his way as the Sixth Doctor, still finding his feet in that respect, but still gives a commanding performance, especially with the support of Anthony Ainley and Kate O'Mara. The series overall just really struggled to find that balance of being caring and heroic with the Sixth Doctor and Peri, with the balancing act of being bickering with each other, and obviously the Sixth Doctor being a little bit more unstable. Tonally, I felt like the writers just really struggled with those two sort of chemical imbalances, really, of being caring and just being argumentative, and just having all those put downs. And you really have to feel for Colin in this first season as the Doctor. He didn't really have much time to sort of prepare for that. Not only has he got that garish costume, you've kind of got all these sort of layers to the Sixth Doctor, and just obviously with the writers as well. There was trying to find writers that just could write for a brand new Doctor, but have all these elements in place as well. And that's not a knock against Colin at all. We all know how fantastic he is as the Sixth Doctor, but you can clearly see in these early stories just how much of a juggling act It really was. In The Mark of the Rani, the person I felt sorry for the most was Nicola Bryant as Perry. She had literally nothing to do in this story. When she was trying to sort of help out or be useful, someone else kind of stole the limelight, really. Particularly at the end when she was trying to get all the flowers and the herbs to make a sort of concoction. Obviously, with her being the character, being a botanist or an avid sort of botanist, but the Doctor sort of swoops in, sorts it all out, and Perry had nothing to do. So again, just finding that balance really, and sadly this didn't quite work out for poor Perry. Props to the special effects though for this story. At first I thought I was watching a special edition, particularly that scene with the tree bomb thing. So basically if you go on a landmine you get turned into a tree. Boom, tree. I think they've been watching the I wonder if that's where they got the inspiration from that weird Captain Planet YouTube video. If you know, you know. But yeah, I thought the special effects were really good. Like I said, I thought I was watching a special edition, but no, what you see, what you get, whether you're watching it on a streaming service or DVD or Blu-ray. I did find this story quite entertaining though, and I particularly like the historical adventure elements, which obviously we see a lot more now in New Who, but in classic Who it wasn't that much so, particularly when it got to the 70s and 80s. Earlier sort of classic Who, particularly in the William Hartnell era, did touch more on those sort of historical settings and meeting these great figures. But it was nice to see that happen for the Sixth Doctor, particularly interacting with Lord Stevenson. I'm going to give The Mark of the Rani a TARDIS rating of 7 out of 10. It's not a fantastic classic Doctor Who story by any means, but I was quite entertained by this two-part adventure. I thought the music scoring was good, as I mentioned earlier, special effects as well. I also liked obviously the character interactions of the Rani, the Doctor, and the Master. The best sort of scene for Colin Baker was when he had the upper hand on those two villainous rogues and really was kind of showing a bit of a sort of stronger streak to him, a stronger side to his character, and not taking any nonsense. I really like that particular scene. Like I said, the music scoring, the effects, the historical setting, it all compensates for this story's shortcomings and is still an entertaining story which you can watch on DVD, Blu-ray and on ITVX in the UK as a subscription service. I still find that quite weird that we're having classic BBC made programs on ITVX. Just weirds me out. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts to The Mark of the Rani. Where would you rank this amongst the other Sixth Doctor stories? Would it be in your top 5 Sixth Doctor stories like I have done in my TikTok page? Check that out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit the cloister bell for more notifications. Come say hello and follow me on Facebook and X. And do check out my other fantastic Doctor Who related content on the Timey Wimey Review TikTok page. And of course the Timey Wimey Review YouTube channel. Again, thanks for watching. And as the good doctor once said, the Rani's a genius. Shame I can't stand her.